Pang Ilonggo.
Please subscribe.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., Secretary Andy Bautista, other cabinet members, distinguished government officials, LRT1 partners, good morning, welcome to this inaugural ceremony. I would like first to thank the President for taking the time to join the fellowship of this event today. There is a quote that gets posted occasionally in social media, attributed to the then mayor of Bogota, now the President of Colombia, Gustavo Petro. He said, "A developed country is not where the poor own cars, it's where the rich ride public transport." This remark is germane to this inaugural ceremony, and it's readily proven whenever we travel to visit Japan, Hong Kong, or Singapore. And whilst I understand we're still some ways from achieving that, today we made a consequential step towards a future which offers respectable public transport for our people. This extension, besides carrying additional 80,000 passengers each day, and cutting commute by 30 minutes, will give back precious time to our commuters, time as parents and spouses, more time for productive work rather than traffic, time that adds quality to life itself. Mr. President, this milestone is a testament to one of your enduring commitments to our people, ensuring that every Filipino, regardless of where they come from, has access to reliable and efficient transportation. After all, access to transit goes beyond convenience. It is also a matter of putting dignity to riding public transport. I'd also like to thank our partners, JICA, Ayala Corporation, Sumitomo, ANQ, and our dedicated teams at the Light Rail Manila Corporation. Finally, perhaps this public-private enterprise can be regarded as essentially a public service, reflecting a commitment to improving lives one milestone at a time. The notion of public service is best captured by one of India's great leaders in his inauguration as the first Prime Minister of India, and that was Prime Minister Nehru. To paraphrase him, the service to our people means the service to millions who suffer. It means ending poverty and ignorance and disease and inequality of opportunity. The ambition of the greatest man of our generation has been to wipe the tears from every eye of our people. That may be beyond us to complete, but as long as there are tears and suffering, our work will be far from over. Thank you, Mr. President, and the First Lady, who I thought would be here for your presence. Thank you all for celebrating this milestone event with us. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pangilinan. To give us a bird's eye view of the project with an audiovisual presentation, may we call on Transportation Secretary Jaime J. Bautista.
Excellency, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., fellow workers in government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today's opening of the South Extension of LRT Line 1 marks a significant milestone to this first elevated railway inaugurated during the administration of our President's father, President Ferdinand E. Marcos Sr. And now, the LRT-1 Cavite Extension is hailed as the first rail project to be opened under President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. This line extension, which will run for 11.7 kilometers, has been much awaited by residents of Parañaque, Las Piñas, Bacoor, and other communities in Cavite. The opening of the 5 of 8 stations will dramatically improve public transport into Metro Manila coming from the south, which has long been plagued by daily traffic gridlock. When the 3 additional stations are eventually opened, LRT-1 will stretch for 31.7 kilometers with depots in Baclaran and Zapote. Travel from Baclaran to here will just be 25 minutes. That alone is a huge improvement for the daily commute of residents from here. LRT-1 operator, the Light Rail Manila Corporation, will use 4th-generation light rail vehicles or LRVs, which we unveiled and presented to the President back in July last year. LRMC has enough LRVs to deploy 30 train sets that can accommodate an additional 300,000 passengers on top of LRT's once average daily ridership of more than 320,000 commuters a day. Why are we launching this rail extension here at Dr. A. Santos Station is to highlight the intermodal transport facility available. So, train passengers can conveniently transfer to buses, jeepneys, taxis, TNVS, or private vehicles. We are grateful to the Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA, for the financial support to this project. Also to the Light Rail Transit Authority for the right-of-way acquisitions, and to LRMC, the project's concessionaire, who bore the cost of constructing this extension line. We anticipate the early completion of the last 3 stations, Las Piñas, Zapote, and Bacoor, Cavite, to be able to extend the benefits of efficient, comfortable, and affordable train rides to more communities south of the metropolis. As we have often said, these rail projects are game changers in our effort to transform the country's transport system. They generate jobs and livelihood for those residing within or around project sites. They steer economic activity through a ripple effect in various sectors. It is then with pride that we present the completion of this train project to the Filipino people as we march towards the bagong Pilipinas. Magandang umaga po at maraming salamat.
Tapos na po.
Proud. Ang maganda at magubapong mga trabahante ng LRT.
Engineer ito mga engineer.
Sana may free rides.
Yes, sana tayo yan.
Sana ngayon, pasagayin kami. Puro ka studio.
Sino po ang pangalan ng ating mga friend?
Yung mga Bisayang ano dyan. Oh, sigaw ka. Makakilala ka dito. Additional 1 year? 2 years?
Another 2 years. Kasi ito, more years ang
So, nung ginagawa pa lang ito, ma'am, dito na talaga kayo?
First, pag-dinig pa lang. First, tagal pala na tayo. Sige po, baba.
Anong masasabi mo siya dito sa proyekto ng gobyerno na LRT-1 extension?
Ito kanina, ang gusto ako sa speech ni BBM, explain niya, kinonekta niya na yung kauna-unahang light rail na pag-urban ay sa kanyang ama. At natutuwa siya na during this term ay doon na-extend at napahaba yung LRT all the way. Ngayon, nasa Parañaque na and soon sa Cavite. At the same time ay i-acknowledge all the previous administrations na nag-contribute para sa proyektong ito all the way back sa Estrada administration, Estrada, Arroyo, Aquino, Duterte at BBM. Pero sa totoo lang, medyo nagka-delay talaga. So, talaga, kailangan bigyan din natin ng kredito yung gobyerno ni BBM PBBM.
Pero
For whatever reason.
Until now.
Ito kang sa terminal ni PBBM close yung loop. Diba? Sinabi din niya kanina yung Grand Central Station that would cater to 4. 4 na ano yun. Itong LRT1, yung MRT7 na bago, at yung MRT3, tsaka yung subway. So magkaka-connecta yun, isang grand station. So ano din it takes political will and mahusay na mga secretary, na DOTR at of course PILG coordinating with the LGUs para matapos yung proyekto. Bigyan din natin ng malaking credit din dito ang administrasyon ng PBBM na natapos yung proyekto. Of course, may mga contribution dyan, lahat ng mga pagkakaraang administrasyon, pero makikita natin dito na talagang during sa term ni BBM na kumpleto, nagawa, at ngayon magagamit. Kasi hanggat hindi nagagamit, maliwala yung proyekto. Ako ay masaya. Dati nakatira ako dito sa Parañaque. Kaya na-appreciate ko talaga. Kung kunwari nasa monumento ka, nasa Muñoz, Balintawak, Blumentritt, isang sakay mo lang, baba mo dito na sa SM Sukat.
Jeep na lang.
Kung Parañaque ka, ang lapit na. Tapos ito pa, intermodal station pa pala ito.
Ito.
Kaya ganito yung tsura. Kasi may mga bus dito, mga jeep, mga biyaheng pa Sukat, biyaheng pa Kabihasnan siguro, biyaheng pa Cavite, o ano man, iba-ibang biyahe. Para yun naman ang goal talaga, na padaliin yung public transport para hindi na kahit yung may mga kotse, madali para sa kanila mag-commute na lang at makabawas sa traffic.
So mga kapalarista, papakilala ko lang pala itong team. Eto, sa mga hindi nakakalam, tandaan nyo yung mukha na yan. Yan po, tumatakbong senador. Kahit pang 12 lang natin, kaysa sayangin natin sa mga artista, di ba? Singit na natin to, papakilala ko. Mas maganda siya nagpakilala ang pangalan niya.
Mark Gamboa po, vlogger sa Senado. Siyempre po, buong suporta tayo kay PBBM sa mga proyekto po niya, sa mga pinaglalaban niya. And at the same time, tayo po ay tumutugon sa mga kapakanan ng mga kapwa nating vloggers, content creators, online sellers, freelancers. Dahil nakikita po natin yung mga challenges sa ganitong klase ng trabaho, pero nakikita din natin yung potential na lumaki po yung kita ng mga ordinaryong Pilipino. Marami po sa mga vloggers na kaibigan ko po, nakakasama ko, mga ordinaryong magagawa, ordinaryong Pinoy, natutong mag-vlog, natutong mag-freelancer, kahit paano nakatulong po sa kanilang kabuhayan. Yung po ang gusto natin, ang aking gamitin na hashtag, payamanin ang Pilipinas.
yes.
Diba? Napakaganda mga kapalarista. Kaya sa mga followers natin dyan, nilalambing ko sa inyo itong kaibigan namin na si Mark Gamboa. Sigurado magiging matinuto sa Senado at malalapitan natin to sigurado. Kasi ngayon pa nga lang katabi na namin kumain
Yes, tama.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much.